thanks for tuning in to yesterday's first show of INiiT UK DIY punk records. That's a mouthful. It's freezing cold today, it's bleak, and my back still hurts, but it's always a good day for new music, so stick around for new hardcore from Throw Me Under and some album recommendations from Mr. Lizard and Matt Spear of excellent website INiiT.
Extra, extra, here's some news.
In my opinion, Scotland's Goodbye Blue Monday are one of the world's greatest bands. They write very catchy, life-affirming songs about some very heavy topics, but you can find their 3 EPs to date on Make That Take Records. They've just released a brand new single called Exile, which they feel is more of a B-side, but it's easily strong enough to stand up with their previously released material. Midnight on New Year's Eve, Wonk Unit released a brand new single called Raise Your Glass. It's kind of a departure for the band, and it's the first with Vez on lead vocals. Super catchy, an amazing music video. Check that out. It's from their new album, which is released in the early part of 2021. Sarah Williams from Shout Louder, which is a great website focused on kind of thought pieces to do with the punk rock scene as a whole, is releasing the 2nd volume of her paper cuts books. This one is a much bigger effort than the first paper cuts, if you got round to reading that. This is going to be a 196-page massive tome full of beautiful gig photography and thoughts, opinions, articles and tour stories from over 50 writers from the UK punk rock scene. It's for a great cause, as it's in benefit of the Music Venue Trust, and that will be hitting people's doorsteps in mid-January, so make an order now.
It's not an interrogation, it's just a question for you.
Hi Mark, I just want to talk to you about my favourite release of 2020. I believe it's From Hell's. Shit, I can't remember what the answer.
Oh my god.
So my favourite release of 2020 is kind of a bit of a cheat. It's an EP rather than an album, but it's Negative Thought Process is much better than this. It's really fucking good. And a really nice guy, so you should go and listen to their music. Except Carl. Carl's a fucking knob and everyone hates him. And also as well, they recommended Chap Holes to me, and Chap Holes like the best band, but it's from 2019, so I kind of missed the cut now, unfortunately. But yeah, it's good. And this Dungeon Earth is a fantastic EP, and they did another one about having rainbow skin, so.
Hello, I've been asked by Mark Bartlett from INiiT Records to talk about some of my favourite releases of 2020, or my favourite release of 2020. Now, some of you may know me, I'm Matt from INiiT, and I find this really hard. But I'm going to go with Blacked Out Wasted Breath that came out on 1000 Islands Records. In a nutshell, it's fast melodic skate thrash, it's entirely up my alley, and despite all the amazing music this year, it's definitely been one of the ones. I'm actually going to say goodbye to you and look at the camera. I'm off.
It's Colin's Punk Rock World Vinyl Challenge.
Today's vinyl challenge is what is the 12th album on our shelves. So let's flick through. And today we have Famine, which is some really nasty, fast Leeds grindcore. The whole album's 11 minutes long, I believe. Look at the artwork. This is actually the first vinyl I've ever owned.
I'm under the bus. I'm under the truck. I'm under the wheels. They don't give a fuck. Throw me under, hold me under. 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 What? What they gonna do with all of this money? What's the
It's the label of the week.
Lockjaw are a long-running UK independent who have been putting out the best of technical skate punk, pop punk, gruff punk. Lockjaw have had a really busy year despite the lockdown. My favourite Lockjaw release of this year so far is an unconventional EP release from the Burnt Tapes called Grower. It's a 3-track EP that, rather than being released on normal formats, they decided to release as a tree that you can plant. The lead single from it, Get It Got It Good, is their best to date in my opinion and is a real earworm.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.